Let's make the turn to our top story, which is Donald Trump's criminal hush money trial. It resumes later this morning after contentious moments involving a witness for the former president.
Well, virtually everything that Michael Cohen has said, and I read his testimony, at least the part.
As you know, I have come here today from New York City, where I'm being forced to sit for days on end.
First time I saw Michael Cohen, he looked like he hadn't slept in days. He was pacing
in a kangaroo courtroom with a corrupt and conflicted judge enduring a Biden-sized
quick words that Judge Merchan directed at Costello, telling him to not roll your eyes at me.
The pivotal witness who could have bolstered Trump's case ended up fumbling it completely. It was Trump's final opportunity, and now it seems all hope is lost. Robert Costello managed to irk Judge Merchan to the point where the judge refused to entertain his testimony any further. It begs the question, couldn't Trump find more credible witnesses? Must he resort to individuals like Costello? During Monday's proceedings, New York Supreme Court Judge Juan Merchant sharply criticized defense witness Robert Costello for his conduct on the stand. But let's backtrack a bit. The defense sought to leverage Costello's background as a former federal prosecutor and vocal opponent of the case against Trump to undermine the credibility of Michael Cohen, Trump's ex-lawyer and a key witness for the prosecution. Cohen alleges that Trump directed illegal payments to Stormy Daniels and was aware of their unlawfulness. Conversely, Costello aimed to portray Cohen as a vindictive liar bent on revenge against Trump. Yet, instead of mounting a compelling argument, Costello managed to antagonize the judge. It's disappointing, really. Is Costello truly the best Trump could muster for his defense? Rather than aiding Trump's cause, Costello's performance may have backfired. It appears Trump's legal team is scraping the bottom of the barrel, desperate for anyone to defend him, even if they end up doing more harm than good. Trump's lawyer, Emil B., asserted that Costello's testimony would expose Cohen's perjury. However, even before Costello took the stand, disputes erupted between the prosecution and defense regarding the scope of his testimony. Ultimately, Costello did little more than antagonize everyone present. Matters escalated to the point where Judge Merchant rebuked Costello in a fiery exchange, shocking those in the courtroom. What exactly did Costello do to provoke such ire from the judge? If Trump hasn't managed to incur such wrath thus far, it must indeed be significant. Costello's conduct was rather peculiar, almost as if he were reluctantly fulfilling some sort of punishment. Throughout his testimony, he made dismissive gestures and responded to questions in a manner that seemed completely nonsensical, despite frequent objections, much to Judge Merchant's evident irritation. At one juncture, Costello muttered "Gez," which seemed to be the final straw, prompting Judge Merchant to take an extraordinary step that's rarely witnessed in a courtroom setting. Merchant's response was unprecedented. He cleared the courtroom, dismissing the jury, to have a one-on-one discussion with the witness about his courtroom demeanor and the unacceptability of his behavior, which had become increasingly grating. This move by Merchant raised eyebrows, leading to objections from reporters who understandably wished to witness the unfolding drama. It was undoubtedly the most riveting moment of the day, perhaps even attracting the curiosity of Trump himself. Some reporters even stood up and appealed to the press spokesperson to challenge the order, eager to stay and broadcast the events for the public's sake and the allure of some sensational drama. However, Merchant remained resolute, and the attendees were ushered out into the hallway as directed. Interestingly, members of Trump's team, including his son Eric Trump, were permitted to stay in the room. Merchant assured that a detailed account of the proceedings would be provided to the press, ensuring they would be informed of the events that transpired behind closed doors. Merchant didn't mince words when addressing Costello, delivering some stern admonishments. For instance, he rebuked Costello, saying, "When a witness is on the stand, if you disagree with my ruling, you don't mutter 'Gez understood.' And you certainly don't request to strike it, as I'm the sole authority on striking testimony in this courtroom." Costello appeared taken aback by the judge's sharp reaction, evidently unprepared for such a response. He meekly acknowledged, pledging to improve his conduct and refrain from repeating his misbehavior. Costello may have assumed he could toy with the judge, but Merchant swiftly established his authority, firmly delineating the boundaries. Yet the saga was far from over. Merchant's fury persisted as he continued to address Costello, admonishing, "Furthermore, if you disagree with my ruling, you don't give me a side eye and you certainly don't roll your eyes. Understood? Do you comprehend?" Once again, Costello expressed understanding, offering apologies, in hopes that the judge would cease his reprimands. However, the tension escalated further when, as Merchant prepared to recall the jury, Costello's prolonged stare seemed to aggravate the judge, adding another layer of discomfort to the already tense atmosphere. Merchant completely seriously asked the witness, "Are you staring me down right now?" And he had no answer to that question. It floored him, and he didn't know what to do. Maybe he was afraid he'd get some $1 million fine for contempt of court or something like that. And then it got even more tense, if you can believe it. Merchant went on to rebuke Costello and threatened to remove him from the stand. Merchant said, "I'm putting you on notice that your conduct is contemptuous. If you try to stare me down one more time, I will remove you from the stand. I will strike his entire testimony. Do you understand me?" Then Costello replied, "Okay," but he wanted to get in one more word and respond somehow to the judge. As Costello fell silent, deflated like a punctured balloon, the judge, visibly more agitated, asserted, "This is not a conversation." With Costello finally subdued, the judge permitted the journalists, who had been kept at bay in the hallway during the exchange, to re-enter the courtroom. It's rather peculiar that Merchant, typically composed throughout the trial, erupted in such fury on Monday. Despite the trial's challenges, he had managed to maintain his composure. However, something struck a nerve this time. Perhaps enduring Trump's relentless rhetoric in the courtroom proved too much for the judge, prompting him to release some pent-up frustration. Frankly, who can blame him? The trial has been a whirlwind of events that would test anyone's patience and sanity. In a courtroom filled with anticipation, Robert Costello, a crucial defense witness in Trump's legal battle, took the stand. However, what unfolded was far from routine. Costello's demeanor was peculiar, almost as if he bore an aversion to being there. Throughout his testimony, his gestures were dismissive, his responses nonsensical, drawing constant objections and ire from Judge Merchant. The tension reached its zenith when Costello's muttered exclamation seemed to be the last straw for the judge. Judge Merchant, typically composed and measured, found himself confronting an unexpected challenge. With palpable frustration, he reprimanded Costello for his disrespectful conduct. However, Costello's response only escalated the situation, leading Merchant to take an unprecedented step, clearing the courtroom to address Costello's behavior directly. As the journalists, eager to witness the unfolding drama, were ushered out, the gravity of the moment hung heavy in the air. Merchant's stern admonishments reverberated in the now empty room, underscoring the seriousness of the situation. Costello, visibly taken aback, found himself at a loss for words in the face of the judge's unwavering authority. The exchange underscored the immense pressure of the courtroom, where each word and action carries significant weight. It also highlighted the delicate balance between maintaining decorum and confronting misconduct. Despite Merchant's efforts to uphold order, the encounter with Costello revealed the inherent challenges of navigating high-stakes legal proceedings. As the trial neared its conclusion, the episode served as a poignant reminder of the complexities and tensions inherent in the pursuit of justice. It left lingering questions about the role of witnesses, the boundaries of courtroom behavior, and the enduring impact of such dramatic moments on the legal process. As the trial nears its conclusion, we can finally bid farewell to this circus. What are your thoughts on this dramatic turn of events? Let us know in the comments below. And if you've enjoyed our coverage, don't forget to like and subscribe. Click here to catch up on previous episodes. Thanks for tuning in, and see you next time.